strokes are significantly higher than all the other nations in the world. But what is challenging is the mortality rates. How many people die per 100,000 in Trinidad and Tobago that suffer strokes?
Can you give us the figures?
Well, most likely we are there like 24 to 25 deaths per 100,000 in Trinidad and Tobago number of strokes.
How can we prevent something like this from happening or get those numbers down?
The key thing is education. We must educate the people, and fortunately our current leadership are visionaries. They are able to see the need to educate in the community. And weekly we're out in the communities educating people about high blood pressure, educating people about diabetes, educating women and men about risk for cancers, prostate cancers for men, cervical cancer, and breast cancer for women. And we must do that constantly and consistently.
So what is being done in Tobago to educate people on this?
On a weekly basis, like we are doing right now, this is an education segment. So we are also partnering with the Stroke and Diabetes Center. It's partnering with the Tobago House of Assembly and the Tobago Regional Health Authority. And we're offering a comprehensive multidisciplinary rehabilitation team for stroke patients, patients who have suffered strokes, traumatic brain injuries. Because you see, most times when a patient suffers strokes, we cannot change that. However, what we can change is how we care for the patients after they've suffered a stroke. That's what makes us different from most international countries.
Is there a treatment for strokes?
There is a definitive treatment for stroke. And here again comes the education part. There's a medication called TPA, tissue plasminogen antigen. And what that does, it breaks up the clot that causes strokes. We must remember that 85% of all strokes are caused by ischemic strokes. And that's devastating our communities. So when a patient receives TPA, they must get to the hospital within 4 hours of symptoms. So educating patients, family members, to get to the hospital as soon as you start having symptoms.
Yeah. And then there is the Stroke and Diabetes Center. Can you give us the information as it relates to that, the location of it? And I know that the services offered are free.
Yes, we have been honored to partner with the Tobago House of Assembly and the Tobago Regional Health Authority. The address is on Fort George, and the location is on Otley Street, the corner of Otley and 4th Street in Scarborough, Tobago.
All right, thank you very much for joining us this morning, Mr. Antoine, and sharing that information.